Hi, welcome to Buffzone. My name is Kyle Ringo. This is Ryan Thorburn. We cover the University of Colorado Athletic Department for the Daily Camera newspaper. Ryan, we're reaching the end of the school year here. It's the middle of May. The Buffs' first year in the Pac12 conference. Has it been a success, athletic department-wide, top to bottom? What do you think?
I think it's been a tremendous success. Obviously, everything's judged by football, so if you just look at that, it was kind of a disaster. But I look at the financial situation that's going to be coming forth with being in the Pac-12 and the TV agreement, number one, is a tremendous success. Then you look at Tad Boyle, second. He's built a basketball program that's on the verge of a top 25 status. Great recruiting. Obviously, they went to the NCAA tournament this year after winning the Pac-12 tournament. Great success there. And after all, this is the Conference of Champions. So in year one, you have 2 cross-country championships and a Pac-12 basketball tournament championship. The women's golf team is ranked and getting ready to host an NCAA regional. So I'd say overall, on the field, it's been a great success. Off the field, a major accomplishment for CU to get into the Pac-12.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I do, however, think that the Buffs need to take a step forward in a few areas. Football is obviously at the forefront of everybody's mind. Football kind of stirs the drink around here, pays a lot of bills, and the Buffs definitely have to get better there after 6 consecutive losing seasons. I don't know if this is going to be the season where they finally get back on top in the win-loss column, but that's definitely where they need to take another step. And then, you know, programs like the volleyball program needs to finally start winning some matches, particularly Pac-12 matches. And the women's tennis program, there's absolutely nowhere to go there but up. So there's definitely some room for improvement. But, you know, you can't feel anything but good about Mark Wetmore and his cross-country team's accomplishments. For them to win the Pac-12 titles, the first ones in school history, was huge. And then all the attention that Tad Boyle's team got for winning the Pac-12 tourney and making the NCAA tournament, that was also huge. You know, that was one of the feel-good stories in the entire Pac-12 conference, if you ask me, not just for CU. So I think it's been a huge success, but you know, now we go into year 2, we start to look ahead, and the Buffs have to make progress on the football field.
Yeah, you can say this is a big year for Liz Kritza and Linda Lappy, and that's true. And I like a good women's volleyball match or basketball game as much as anyone, but you're right. It's all about football in terms of the big picture. Football runs the show, and CU football for 5 or 6 years has been dreadful. So I think what CU football needs this year is not only an entertaining product, which I think they will be entertaining given the youth and the upgrade in skill level at a lot of positions. And, you know, we just don't know what's going to happen with such a young team. So that's a great entertainment. But they need to win 6 games, I think, to kind of take that next step. And that's going to be a tough task, but I think that's a goal. In today's day and age, making a bowl game should be the goal every year, and I don't think that's an unrealistic goal. It's going to be tough, given the schedule and everything, but I think that should be the goal, and they should get to that next step here so we can talk about a winning season for once.
Yeah, you know, the thing with me, when I look at this coming season and the football team is a step forward for the football team would just not be getting blown out so often in the Pac-12. There were, I think, 6 different times the Buffs lost by 20 or more points. Might be a little bit off there, but I'm not far off. And that just can't happen. The Buffs have to play much more competitive football this fall. And just doing that, whether or not they go to a bowl game, if they're able to do that, that'll be a good step forward for what is a young team breaking in a lot of new players.
Well, I just look at the non-conference schedule, and I see 3 wins there and no excuses. So get those 3 wins, and then you only need 3 more wins, and you have, you know, a bunch of home games that are winnable. So, you know, that's what we need. We can talk about later, but I think that's a realistic goal, in my opinion, despite the youth. So anyway, I'd say overall, glass half full. It was a great year for the CU athletic department, and, you know, good things ahead for year 2. So maybe we'll start breaking down the schedule next week with CSU. We'll see you then.